Hi loves, welcome back to my channel. It's KJ. I thought that today I would take y'all through my everyday makeup look. My aesthetic is sort of like a glowy clean girl look. I don't wear foundation in my everyday makeup, so this is a no foundation look. And really what I go for is just sort of like bringing color and life to my face while still being very minimal and making it look natural. So if you're on board, then let's get started. So this is just like my fresh face. I did my skin prep, but I don't have anything on my face. So for like a little bit of an extra glowiness, what I like to do, I haven't shaken it yet, so I should probably shake it. What I like to do is use the iconic London like underglow serum. It's like really OD, like it is super glowy, so I put it on first and I feel like it just brings like the extra shine into your skin. The areas where I want like extra glow. So I don't bring it like down on my face, I just do that. There's a little bit right there. For myself, my cheeks going red. I have the most sensitive skin in the world. Anytime I touch my face or do anything with it, it goes red. So I just want to like reassure you, it's not the products or anything like that. It's just life of having overly sensitive skin. See, it's going away already. So yeah, so I just do that like in my cheek and like forehead area for like a little extra glow. And then next what I do is iconic London rollaway glow. We'll go in and I'll put it like right here in sort of a C on my skin just for like some extra shimmer under my makeup. So I'm gonna use my finger because it's insanely messy. And I'm just going to apply onto my cheekbone, and then with like the excess that's on my finger, I'm going to go in under my eyebrow and create that C shape. So for reference, that was a lot, but I just put a little bit on my finger. That's actually a lot. That would be about how much I'd use. And with this stuff as well, it sets really fast, so you have to do one side at a time. You have to like blend in each side as you're doing it. Don't let it sit and blend after, because then it won't spread and you'll just have like a spot of really shimmery highlighter on you, which is not good. Okay, so that's sort of what I do to like give extra glowiness into my skin. Like I said, I don't wear foundation on an everyday basis. I pretty much just wear foundation, I would say, for like date night or special occasions or something like that, or like if I'm going out for drinks with the girls, or something that's like more dressy, something that calls for sort of like more dressed up vibe. Otherwise, I don't wear foundation. I just focus on skin prep. So next thing that I do is I'm gonna go in with my bronzer. Right now I'm using the Kaya Cosmetics Glow Bronzer. I'm using shade Gold Coast. That's what it looks like. So it's a really pretty color. I'm just gonna take this like angled fluffy brush. It is like pretty firm. It has movement, but it's like pretty firm. And I just go in with like, what was that, like 5 little swipes on my brush, and then I just stay concentrated into like the top of my cheekbone and going into my eye. I never bring my makeup down on my face. So I'm just gonna go in and I'm just gonna pat with the brush And then I'm just gonna go a couple more. And do my forehead. Since it's a gel, like it's really, even if you do it a few times, because I'm only tapping it and I'm not rubbing it, it actually like really doesn't put that much makeup on the brush. It just brings like color and dimension into my face, which I like. And do the other side. There we go. So it just brings like color and dimension into my face. So the next thing that I'm gonna do is go in with concealer. I'm using the NARS concealer right now. This is just the travel size in shade nougatine. So I just put it into the corner of my eye. So I'm just gonna go in with a dry beauty blender actually and spread it. The reason that I like using a dry beauty blender instead of a moist one, a wet one, is because one, I feel like when it's dry, it picks up the extra product that's not sinking into my skin, so it gives the effect of having a more natural look to it. And then also because I just used this exact same beauty blender to set after, so I don't want my powder getting wet. There we go, it's all blended and you can tell that it looks like super natural. There's no like cakiness to it or anything. So the next thing that I'm gonna go do is, before any of this creases, I'm gonna set it. So I'm just going in with my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. This stuff is, I was literally just talking to my girlfriend about this the other night, or last night, and she said it perfectly. She said this stuff is like crack. It really is, because so all I'm doing is I'm dipping it into the powder and then I'm putting it in the lid, which has nothing in it, and I'm just sort of like tapping it off so that there's no excess. And then I'm just gonna go under my eye and I'm gonna pat. The reason I'm patting it and not using like a sweeping motion is because I don't want to remove any of the concealer that I just put on. So I'm just going to tap it and set it. There. And I'm gonna do the same on the other side. So my system is that I do it once and I tap it off, and then I put it in again and I tap it off. Now my under eyes are set and the concealer is not going to crease or move. No, just like that. The e.l.f. compact blush, I love this stuff a lot. It's just a drugstore brand. It's really affordable and I think the color is amazing. I have been using this blush for like 2 or 3 years now and I love it, and you can tell this one is like almost out again. I use the color Blushing. I'm just going in with like this little domed brush. And then I pretty much just go in with blush in the same areas that I went in with my bronzer. So I'm gonna stick to just the very top of my cheekbone, and then I'm gonna go a little bit into like not the top and not the side, but like this part of my forehead. and just give it like some rosiness. So again, I pat everything, especially when you're layering makeup, just for the sake of like, you don't want to ruin or undo the makeup that you have underneath. And this is still a great way to apply makeup. It's also more gentle on your skin, which is really important. See how nice that is? So, okay, so now I have the blush on, and I'm gonna go back with my Kaya Cosmetics concealer and just do a tiny bronze on top of the blush. So again, this brush, this angled one, and then I'm just gonna go like 1, 2, 3, and pat on top. So I'm just going in with my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I don't really have a technique to doing it at all. Pretty much just try to cover all of the lashes in like a really light coat first. And then I go back and add in some like definition. Because otherwise, what I feel like happens is like when you put the first coat on, it kind of makes your eyelashes like more stiff. So then it's easier to go back in and add more without making a super huge mess. Whereas I feel like if I try to do that right off the bat when there's nothing on my eyelashes, they'll like push back into my face and it just gets super messy. So I don't know, this is my hack that I feel like, maybe it's in my head, but it works for me to be less messy if I just do it really lightly first and like let something set on them so then they have more structure and then go back and add. Okay, so now I have like the first coat on. So I'm going to re-up on my makeup brush. Now I'm gonna go back. Oh my gosh, I just poked myself in the eyeball. We're okay. Okay. Third pass, I'm just like wiping the corners off again. I make them a little less perfect. Like they're very fanned out, they're very even right now. Like go up and I try to clump them together, if that makes sense. Not clump, but like, I don't know if you can tell the difference between like that one and that one, but it just like, it makes them look darker and like thicker when there's like pieces that are together in like sections, in my opinion. And I just try to play with them and move them until they go into little bunches. Maybe that's the right word, bunches. There we go. So the next step that I'm gonna do is go in with the Kaya Cosmetics Snatched eyeliner pen. I am obsessed with this pen. It is all of the glory of having a liquid liner, and it has like this little like, oh my gosh, that was bad. It has a little shaker, so it like mixes up the liner inside, and then it's like a pen. So it's liquid liner, but it is so much easier to control this way, I feel like, and way less messy. I love it. It's worth every single penny. So I like to just go in. I don't really wear a lot of eyeliner. I just extend my lash line a little bit this way and a little bit this way, and it gives like a really nice snatch, like cat eye type of look. So that's what I'm gonna do next. See how it just brings your eye out a little bit. And then on the inside as well. There we go. Now that that is all done, that would be like everything that I would apply except for setting my face and doing eyebrows, of course. But I just like that it is like super natural and glowy, and it doesn't really look like you're wearing a lot of makeup. But yeah. So the next thing that I'm going to do is back with the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. This stuff is so amazing. This is probably the one makeup product I own that I will never part with, and I will never find anything better ever, is this setting powder. It is very literally like wearing a filter on your face. It just gets rid of everything. I probably should have shown you first, but it's like this flat brush that's like hard or firm, so it doesn't have a lot of movement, and I dip it into the powder, and then I take the lid and I tap off the excess. And then again with like patting motions, I apply it. So I will go back on my cheeks in my T-zone here and do the same on this side. Sort of just go anywhere that I know that there is concealer and like set it again. And then I set like on the beside the nose. So since there is product in the lid, I'm just gonna go in with the brush and like use up some of the stuff that I tapped off. Always tapping off to make sure the excess is gone. I'll do it on my chin as well. And then I go into like my forehead, just in the center. I don't bring it down at all. I just do it in the center. There we go. So I don't know if you can see the difference that I made, but it's so phenomenal. It literally is like wearing a filter on your face. Like it is just so, oh, I love it. I love this stuff. It just makes you look so poreless and so put together, and so like, it makes you look like you have way better skin than you actually do, speaking from experience. And then the last thing I do is I have the Kaya Cosmetics Dewy Look Setting Spray. And then before I like do anything, I don't have a fan, so I have to use my hands. There we go. So it's just that little extra, my counter's wet and I just like put it in water. That little extra something something. Final step is my eyebrows. I'm just gonna brush them out. This is just like a dry spoolie, and I'm just gonna brush them out straight, which is like just what I do. And then I kind of feather the top a small amount, and I'm gonna do the same on this side. So I just brush it back straight, and then in the front I just like bring it forward. And then I'm using the e.l.f. Cosmetics clear, that one is clear gel. This one is so affordable. It's like $2 for this. So then I just do the same pattern that I did with my dry brush, but now with the gel. So I'm just gonna go straight back with this. like that, and then bring the front parts up. There, just like that. And take my clips out, just like that. This is my everyday, like natural, no makeup look without foundation. Just looks like glowy. I actually have like some color in my skin, and yeah, so that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope I was able to help you in some way, shape, or form. If you enjoyed watching this, it would mean the absolute world to me if you like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.